Today, with the inauguration of President Trump in the United States, let's focus on what this will mean for aviation. Now, some of you may not realize this, but President Trump actually owned an airline back in the late 80s, early 90s. It was called Trump Shuttle. It operated Boeing 727s between Boston, New York, Washington, D.C. It lasted a couple of years and ceased operations in 1992, essentially because of rising fuel prices, the Iraq War, quite a few factors outside the control of Trump. But let's fast forward to today and let's have a look at what President Trump may or may not do to aviation, not only in the United States, but globally as well, because whatever happens in the US, there's going to be a domino effect or a ripple effect around the world. So let's have a deep dive. One of the most important questions for travellers is how aggressively the new traveller protections that have been rolled out in the United States will be enforced. Will some of these protections be rescinded? And what about President Trump's promise to crack down on immigration? How could that affect inbound travellers and the hospitality industry, which relies so much on these sorts of folks? And if there's a major crackdown, what about genuine travellers? Will this impact the US tourism industry? There are a number of mega events coming in the next few years, including the 2026 FIFA World Cup, which is being held in cities across Canada, Mexico, and the USA. And then there's the 2028 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. Now, what's possibly not realised is that there are only 43 countries that are in the US's visa waiver program. The rest require visas, and in some cases, the wait list for a visa is a staggering 2 years. So in many cases, folks that want to come from those sorts of countries to those events, the window's almost closed already. Now, airlines are hoping that Trump will go easy on the recent record fines, such as the $140 million imposed on Southwest for its December 2022 operational collapse. He may also greenlight mergers such as the proposed but currently shelved JetBlue Spirit merger. So there could be a whole rash of new mergers come over this and next year as Trump eases up on competition rules. However, in jeopardy will be sustainable aviation fuel and other environmental measures that the government has been developing policies for, and these are seriously in jeopardy. The expansion of green jet fuels could suffer a significant setback, according to aviation analysts, who fear the reversal of tax credits needed to kickstart the sector will be wiped. Now, Marie Owens Thompson, chief economist for airline trade body IATA, told Reuters there are these big potential risks on what Trump policy is actually going to be and how this really affects everybody's motivation to pursue climate change. Now, according to Reuters, the 2022 US Inflation Reduction Act, IRA, contains hundreds of billions of dollars in subsidies for clean energy and is billed as outgoing President Joe Biden's signature law to combat climate change. Now, the European airline sector, which will have to meet a new mandate for the use of sustainable aviation fuels starting in 2026, has repeatedly pointed to the IRA as a useful model to encourage investment into the construction of new sustainable aviation fuel production plants, says Reuters. President-elect Donald Trump is a climate skeptic, as we know, and he has vowed to rescind it. That's the IRA. Something that would require the support of Congress, but I think he has ways and means of doing that. Sure, existing SAF production facilities will likely continue producing the fuel, but any rollback of IRA could put the future of new projects at serious risk. There is no doubt that the aviation industry needs to strap in for a very turbulent ride, and that turbulence is going to last 4 years. Thank you for watching another edition of Daily Airline News. Please subscribe to us, please leave comments, please like us, and please tune in tomorrow for another edition of Daily Airline News.